They almost didn't open. You saw that. They almost didn't open.
Dude, you're making me look at him. Like, all I can do is stare at this guy's eyes.
Experience it. We'll be able to.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Ask 343 audio team stream that they did, talking about their audio stuff for Halo Infinite. So Eason and I are going to dive right in here.
Yes, we are.
Into the questions, I'll let them introduce themselves and tell you about what they do here at the studio.
Hey, John. Yeah, thanks. It's an honor to be here. I'm excited to answer some questions from the community. I'm Chase Thompson. I'm the lead audio technical designer on the team here. And what that means is that I do a lot of our audio systems design and tools design. And
he looks kind of scared.
You know, similar to the sound designers, where they're responsible for making things sound cool, I'm responsible for making everything work in the game and play back the way that it should.
Hey, I'm Joel Yarger. I'm a music supervisor for Halo Infinite. Been with the team a little over 2 years. And previously,
I worked an incredibly intense, like, prison cell
franchise, Uncharted franchise
interview.
Last of Us.
Yeah, it's
that type of first party.
I don't like the background very much.
My name's Kyle Frazier.
I don't know if it's just that it's like super blown up.
My day-to-day responsibilities are kind of just overseeing.
These guys look dead.
Overall,
he's been working more than 100 hours a week. They need to look into that.
Content creation for many different areas.
Look how tired he is.
Yeah, he's been working his ass off.
Bro, take a nap.
Great to have you here today.
Also, we appreciate you. Keep it up.
Community questions.
Yep, for real.
This question from the community is: with the new acoustic system, does it allow players immediately on either side of the same wall with no portals to hear each other's location, similar to other games, or does the room and portal pathfinding completely take precedent?
Yeah, that's a great question. Sounds on either side of a wall are never going to be completely muted because of the acoustic system. It should sound natural. So that's the whole goal of this system, is to make the audio feel as natural as possible.
Wow, that's really cool. You know, so you're telling me, like, if you're on one side of a wall and I'm on the other, and the room is like an acoustic-y room in game, you can still catch pieces of me making sounds on the other side of the wall?
They'll be appropriately
That's what it sounds like he's talking about.
Or turned down based on how occluded or obstructed the sound is.
So
if there is a portal there,
kind of like muffled,
it'll be clearer,
as if you
and if there's
were
not, it'll be muffled,
actually,
but you'll still be able to hear it.
Awesome. That's super cool
in the other room.
And I'm glad we're taking that
more
realistic approach with that audio design.
It's subtle changes like this that really make me believe that we're in the next gen, because it's all about like convenience.
But my question is, will there be some somber emotional tracks?
Yeah, and you have a lot of games that are focused on hyper reality, like Tarkov and everything. They do stuff like that where they'll
short answer is yes.
They'll make
we have
the sound come in
a lot that
and make it muffled from other rooms and stuff.
But we have emotional.
Also, it might just be that I'm so starved for Halo news that anything they do or say excites me.
Spoilers.
Dude, honestly, just seeing them post a video makes me excited.
That guy's having a hard time opening his eyes back up when he closes them.
We do know about.
I mean, I can imagine he's probably trying to fall asleep every time.
They need to take a nap. Guys, you look really tired. We love you so much for working on this game, and I imagine you have a giant Microsoft thumb
when you say
right now. But I really want you guys
to
take a nap.
Emotional lows.
He's doing it right there.
It's not all bright.
Wait, why are all the rest of these guys in a prison cell, and this dude's like the villain with like nothing in the background?
Because he is
special in that regard.
Gotcha. Thank you for diving into that one. I love the music, so very excited to let fans hear more as they play the game. This question is about some weapon sounds. Will we see the classic Overcharge hum for the plasma pistol back for Halo Infinite? It's really cool seeing the studio embracing the 2 decades of Halo audio and trying to weave legacy into the soundscape.
Yeah, I kind of missed that.
Yeah, when we kind of like initially sat down, we were trying to kind of brainstorm different sounds.
That's my impression of it.
Trilogy. This was definitely kind of high on the list.
I wonder if I were to like pop in and scare this guy, if he would even jump.
A really strong sense of
I don't think he'd care.
And so, yeah, we definitely decided to kind of weave it into our aesthetic and to our designs. And it worked out.
That is a big hope for me. I hope they bring back a lot of nostalgic sounds.
Didn't feel forced in any manner. And so what you kind of have is
I get super audiophile vibes from this guy. Like if I had to trust any of these people, it's this guy. Like if I want to ask what headphones I need to buy next, I'm going to this guy. I can tell he's probably a Foley artist. Probably like sitting in a room with a pair of like $1 million Bose headsets, just making noises with keychains.
Nice iteration on the plasma pistol.
That is awesome to hear, and I love how you were able to describe it in such depth. Right?
So maybe the hum's coming back.
No, maybe. Yeah, maybe there will be MOAs on Delta Halo. Maybe the hum's coming back. Yeah, okay, guys. Just
still be loud for you, or is it just a thing when you are personally targeted? I worry for the situational awareness up close. How quiet are we talking here?
That's a great question. So the threat priority system uses a
That's a great question. Man,
that
dude plays Halo.
The highest threat to the player is going to be turned up, and the next level of enemies is going to be turned down just a little bit, and then any friendly characters and weapons in the game are going to be turned down the most. And the great thing about that is that a lot of the time, especially in multiplayer, you're going to be playing really close with your teammates. You're going to be running around the map together and trying to stay close. So in past games, your teammates' weapon fire would be the loudest thing in the mix. And what this system does is it brings those down so that you can really hear the most threatening enemy, and then right under that will be the other enemies that are nearby. So it's not going to make those
awesome. Okay, so they're going to regulate that so that you get a better experience even when that's happening around you.
Quite so loud anymore.
Touch it.
Right. That's my fear is that's going to be too quiet. Like imagine like hearing your buddy fire and then
detailed stack.
It sounds like he's shooting through a.
That's super cool. This next question is
vacuum
will the music be adaptive?
Yeah, I'm thinking, well, at least my hope is that like whenever you hear like that distinct muffled shooting, you just know it's your teammates.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes. You know, it's hard to even put music in a game nowadays that
this is important to me. I definitely want to know if the audio is going to be adaptive.
Some technology.
Yeah, it's going to be
WY's
interesting since it's going to be a more freeform type of Halo. Like, how are they going to cue the music and make it feel good and sound good?
Like if I'm in an enemy radius, like will I get those
AI is
Marty
doing
beats
at any one given time? And also, we take into account a lot of what we consider to be player intention. What a player might be doing next, or how we could react.
At any point now, he's going to close his eyes, and they're just not going to open, but he's going to keep talking.
Battle,
I could see that.
And sniping, or are they just passing through and walking to the next experience while sort of just, not really even fully engaging in the experience that they're, is unfolding in front of them. So all of that is taken into account, and it's constantly improving that.
Yeah, they're pretty.
You might,
he's tired.
Walking through the world and get a piece of music.
Probably like 4 a.m. for them when they recorded this.
Carries over into.
I bet there's a whole bunch of futons in the office, and that's why they have this like movable wall piece that they keep putting behind people, so you can't see everyone passed out in the office floor.
It is very adaptive based on what you're doing, where you're at.
Yes. Very adapt based on where you're at.
This guy's working from home. He's happy. He's healthy.
Yeah, they're all at the office, and they're just like, "What the heck?"
Indicative of what you've already accomplished.
They just got done working a shift.
Story, so we can kind of keep.
And then their team lead tells them they gotta film this interview.
Look really forward to is we have a pretty techie music team here on site.
They almost didn't open. You saw that. They almost didn't open.
Dude, you're making me look at them. Like all I can do is stare at this guy's eyes.
Experience it. We'll be able to start talking and releasing more details about the underlying technical stuff. Again, without giving away spoilers now.
So not just a strong, emphatic yes, we will have this adaptive stuff. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for
that guy, though. In all seriousness, is incredibly well spoken.
All right. So our next question from the community is, what's the toughest sound effect
I can see the life behind his eyes
that you're allowed to talk about, and why?
Yeah, I think
it's the toughest sound effect to design or implement that you're allowed to talk about, and why that you're allowed to talk about, because behind the camera there's a guy with a gun.
Kind of difficult.
Yes, definitely for this guy.
Something that doesn't exist in the real world. But I'd probably have to say
bear traps all around their chair right now.
He doesn't care though.
And characters that
I think he's mentally checked out.
Language is always really extensive, and that's mostly just because you have to create a huge amount of content like you usually have to
this
cover
dude seems like the
from,
genius
15
at the
to
company,
30
though.
behavioral
Like, if I had to
sets.
pick one of them to be like the guy that just knows everything,
a good set of variations for
having to
all
read a
those.
manual, it's this guy.
And
This
then
guy would
you have
put
to
my
kinda make
IKEA
sure
furniture
that
together
it all
without
sounds
looking at the
coherent,
box or the
and it
manual.
sounds like one character across all those behaviors. And so you end up having to bring in like tons of content from lots of different like animal recordings. You end up recording yourself. You find yourself recording like your household pets and stuff like that. Finding various objects that you could kind of get just interesting textures that you could like, you know, meld in there. But it gets really complicated because since you're taking all these different sources from all these different things that have been recorded at different times and different places, it can be really challenging to kind of get it to be like one coherent single source and not sound like it's multiple things playing at the same time.
If anyone's watching this video, just send a whole bunch of nutritional stuff to their office.
Definitely, I call it kind of like the gauntlet of sound design overall.
Yeah, get those oopals and banunus.
Probably from like an implementation standpoint, I probably have to say vehicles are probably the most challenging.
Yeah, I have a 3-month-old.
Like in the realm of Halo, because we don't have like a combustion engine simulator. This isn't like Forza, so everything has to be faked. And so what we have to do is we have to take in all this like raw data and then basically interpolate it into something meaningful and something useful.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
It's definitely challenging in previous games, but now with like
that explains why the Warthog sounds so good in Forza Horizon 3.
Engine, we're able to have basically object-oriented programming, and we could like feed.
I wish they would make it sound like it did from Halo 3
we can control this
and Halo Reach.
I just wish they would make like a
and feed that into our
battle car racing Halo game, or just like a vehicle only like Forza Horizon style open world sandbox Halo game. Just give me
a Mad Max Halo game.
Improvement in the vehicles and how they behave, and just kind of give them a more dynamic, realistic experience.
So wildlife and vehicles.
Yeah, essentially.
Awesome.
Give me the bouncy vehicles.
Diving into that one.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle.
Our next question from the community is.
He's the lead sound designer. Yeah, see, I didn't pay attention to that. I told you, he's a freaking genius, dude. I'm telling you,
he's applied to yourself.
He's
actually
like next level IQ. I'm telling you right now, I can feel it. I'm vibing it.
Where you'll have your own personal player footsteps as well as footsteps for your enemies and for your teammates. And so with this game, we're super excited to really enhance the situational awareness in the multiplayer.
Nice.
So alongside of those footsteps, we've also got 3D mode audio that we've added to the multiplayer modes for things like Capture the Flag, where the sounds of returning the flag are actually going to come in 3D from the position of the flag object. So you'll have a lot more situational awareness of where are your enemies, where are the mode objects and the objectives in that mode. So we're super excited.
Pretty much anyone using quality headphones is going to have a leg up on everyone else.
And I know from my own personal experience in gameplay, having the different enemy audio is always extremely helpful. Our next question from the community is: are the tracks from the E3 2018 announcement trailer and the Discover Hope trailer from the following year going to be part of the 3 to 4 hours of Infinite soundtrack? Love those tracks.
Yeah, when we
I read OST as ODST because I'm a fan, and I was thinking, we're gonna get some ODST tie-in. No,
that'd be great. Honestly,
a lot of what you saw and heard was part of more of a tech demo for the new engine, and sort of also embracing, our initial toe in the water of music direction. So the 2018 assets are not necessarily part of Infinite. However, our E3 2019 Discover Hope trailer is literally the cinematic opening to the game. Like, you will experience that in real time, and even be able to, play portions of it.
Nice. So 2019, yes. 2018, probably not.
Yeah, that's correct.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Our next question from Twitter is: what's the weirdest sound you've recorded for Halo that transformed itself into something completely
insane?
That's a good question.
Just what I would come to expect.
It's kind of really hard to pinpoint
next-gen Halo game.
Particular thing, because I feel like
what's the weirdest sound you've recorded for Halo that transformed itself?
We're always just taking.
I think to talk about the pug,
kind of transforming it into something completely different. It's also kind of a challenging question because I feel like a lot of times we go into recording with a very particular thing.
That's got to be like one of the most fun jobs for any Foley artist, right?
Hear something
for sure.
Like, oh snap!
Just like taking a normal really sound and just turning it into a halo. Like that's the next shield recharge. It's like
it is
drag something across the carpet,
or the next flood sound from the pug, right?
Probably not.
You're not. You keep saying flood, you're going to disappoint yourself.
Like
I really want the flood.
Is moving. Essentially, I love moving in new places. Like I don't buy essentially for that reason, because every place I end up renting, there's always these like unique quirks or different sounds that I can find and record. I'm always able to like incorporate those in interesting ways into my sound design. And then that's why I've kind of like always keep a
He's a
recorder,
genius.
Like, on my
He's
side.
insane.
He's a genius. I'm telling you right now.
Something that just kind of like piques my interest. You know, I'll just bust it out and start recording, and you never know what you'll end up using that for in the future.
So you really live that audio life.
yeah.
He suffers in real life
definitely
for the quality of his work.
Quite a bit of our thinking space.
Seriously, yeah, that's awesome.
Right, first thing we kind of think about when we wake up, and the last thing.
He reminds me of me when I started like getting into like cameras and stuff. I just want to record random stuff like that. Like it's like, oh,
our next question here is:
there's a bug in the grass. Just start recording it.
You and I both know you're not a genius. I've seen your place, and although that's analogous to what he was saying, you're not a genius.
Size.
How's that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Priority.
Yeah, we actually went back and forth a lot.
I never said I was a genius.
Like crazy on this system, and we built the system in such a way that
analogous.
we could iterate
analogous
like that really rapidly.
Sorry,
so we actually built a lot of different
below you.
Back to the video.
They contribute to the threat system. So the way that it works is each biped in the game, each character in the game, has various different types of threats that we're tracking. So some of them are who they're targeting, where they're aiming, how far away they are. And one of those types of threats that we tried out was just the inherent scariness of that object. So things like what type of character is it? What type of weapon do they have? What type of vehicle are they in? And we tried that out, and it actually didn't quite achieve the goals that we were looking for. So what we determined was, in playtesting and iterating back and forth a lot over a long time, was that the most important factor was just who's about to deal damage to you. Who's got the most capacity for damage at that exact moment. And that's what we're highlighting. So we tried it and determined that it didn't actually quite achieve the goals, and it wasn't quite prioritizing the right threats. And so we took that out and went with the system that we have today.
Very cool. Thank you for diving into a little bit of the trial and error that is game development there.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Well, they don't have
social elimination. Social elimination. That's real work.
Yep.
This next question from Twitter is: in the last sandbox, Inside Infinite, the team mentioned a new interactive damage tracking feature for vehicles. How did the audio team integrate sound design into the system to enhance the player experience?
Yeah, that's a really cool system that we're introducing in Infinite. For audio, what we do is kind of an additive approach, and we kind of piggyback off what design and effects are doing. So as you're kind of taking damage, we'll start introducing like the audio of like sparks and steam and flames and whatnot. And then when like the tires get blown out, we'll switch out the surface sounds to kind of give you a more like uneven, wobbly kind of texture. And then like before the actual vehicle is going to explode, we bring in this like doomsday alarm. And it's really efficient in like letting you know how much time you have until you need to bail out. So that's kind of the gist of the overall damage system, but it's definitely really effective in giving you the appropriate feedback you need.
That is awesome. And yeah,
there's layers.
It's like, I need to get out of this vehicle now.
He's an onion.
It blows up.
Definitely. It's really apparent this time around.
All right. Thank you for answering that one. Our next question here is actually about multiplayer. It was mentioned that you were keeping music minimal in the multiplayer match itself. Does this mean music plays during the whole match?
I mean, I like this decision.
Only in the beginning, near the end?
Yeah, it's not like overwhelming.
That's a great question.
Yeah,
to add to that,
who really needs music in multiplayer?
Mostly emphasizing bigger moments.
Yeah,
and,
the starting of the match and ending of the match, sure, or like getting close to the end.
The intro before the match, trying to hype things up. Also, the end of match, end of round.
Well, what this guy's talking about right here.
Moments that lead up to the end of round, where you could be in a scoring situation that could potentially end a match.
Yeah.
And we want to sort
things
of
are getting tense.
Hype that
audio
up.
cues for time limit running
trying
out.
to stay out of the way and leave a very clean and clear audio experience, especially when it comes to competitive multiplayer. So you're not going to hear constant music by any means. It's
nothing gets my blood pumping when it's a close game, and you start hearing the drums
have impact.
Just start kicking in. It's like,
so
very specific.
You're like, oof. All right, time to kick it up to 11.
And this is something where we're excited to share more when we get to actually just share more multiplayer in general, because I think we've kind of taken things in a new direction.
Yeah, when's that going to be? Can we turn that video into that, really please?
Yeah, please. Just let me see something.
Exciting.
I bet that team is sleeping.
For answering that one.
Yeah, they're probably.
So our next
I bet they're working behind that.
Well, any of the existing sound design
right now, I bet they're all working.
2020 gameplay demo be adjusted.
I bet they're all tied to like IV tubes, so they can constantly be fed while they're working.
Cut,
yeah, they can't show the drastic work conditions, so they got
we're joking about their. Yeah, I know we're joking about like the state of them looking tired, but I have total faith that they're not overworking their employees.
Oh yeah, I doubt that, but I know that they're also working really hard.
We've even done some like more in-depth.
I mean, like this guy probably thinks about it every night he goes to bed.
He doesn't separate his home life from his work. There's no way.
We kind of readdressed, and yeah, I definitely think it's it's going to be a lot more refined experience when you play it in the fall. But I wouldn't expect anything like drastically different, but I would definitely expect the overall improvement.
Did he say in the fall?
That's great to hear.
He said in the fall. They have a release date for it now.
Well, yeah, but now that guy is a genius, and he seems confident about the release date.
ODST and
Reach. He definitely seems confident. That's for sure.
Announcers.
You know what?
From the
if he believes
Voices of
it,
War announcer pack in Halo 5. Well, anything
we all
like
believed it earlier.
In Halo 8.
Then it got
I was actually really involved in the
I did.
Voices of War, so it's awesome that you liked that and that you brought it up. That actually came out of a hackathon that I helped lead. So this is a really a topic that I'm really passionate about. And while we won't have custom announcer voices like we did in the Voices of War pack, I'm very really excited and passionate about being able to customize the player experience. And so I can't say much today, but what I can say is we have some stuff that we're working on that I think the fans will be excited about and that you'll really enjoy.
Cool. So hint at it, but no confirmations of anything.
$5.99.
I appreciate that.
Say it.
For $5.99, you can say that.
One, Chase. Our next question here is about music and content creation. Will all the music in the game be DMCA free, so it's able to be played on stream?
Don't say that word.
Or will we need to mute the music in order to be safe?
Well, I personally can't make any promises here. It is our intention for streamers and content creators to be able to use the music of Halo Infinite in their content.
That's awesome to hear. I'm very
round
excited
of applause, people. I know he didn't confirm it, but round of applause. Make streamers' life easy.
Same.
They better. I mean,
here's our next question.
They're your best marketers. Why would you want to make it harder for them?
This game already sounds like really cool side ambience. I'm interested to know how you went about making the sounds for the wild.
Cool. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are kind of picking that out and enjoying it. The first thing we usually do is we try to pinpoint what exactly are the state behaviors for them, so that we cover things like threatened or attack or idle or death.
Walk into a slaughterhouse
we'll
with a microphone.
Start acquiring all the different source material we need. Since there's quite a bit of diverse wildlife, we need a bunch of different stuff from different areas of like the animal kingdom, and so we're always kind of recording different animal sounds.
Walk into a bear den,
but we'll also
poke the bear.
Record people's
get it to rat you.
Pets. We ended up
bear just sees like an RC car with a microphone attached to it, just race into the den, stop for a second, race away.
Used for the digger creatures.
Bear's never the same again.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of material that we're just kind of pulling from just like the whole animal kingdom. We've also,
well, that's good. I like that there's a large sample pool. I like that. That means there's going to be a lot of wildlife. And
really exotic
what reason would there be for a lot of wildlife if not a lot of exploration?
Unique places from the globe and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I think you guys will kind of really enjoy this kind of little extra, ambient side detail that you'll kind of get in the game.
Nice. So pull in sounds from all sorts of animals all over the world.
Yeah.
Right. To make the wildlife.
Totally. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for diving into that one too. Our next question is actually a pretty popular one in the community, so let's dive into it. The Forerunner interiors sound epic. I can't wait to explore the insides of Zeta Halo. But is Jeff Steitzer making a return to the multiplayer announcer? His voice is the true sounds of Halo.
I couldn't agree more. There's nothing better than hearing a classic double kill from the announcer. And I can confirm that, yes, Jeff Steitzer will be back, and we are super excited to see how fans enjoy the new VO for the multiplayer experience.
Thank you for confirming that. I love hearing Jeff's voice in any Halo game,
Nice.
And especially in Infinite.
Overkill.
Our next question here from the community is,
Killing spree.
when can we expect to hear another song from the Halo Infinite soundtrack?
Just like you, we have been very excited and would love to share more. But we're also aware of the story arc and a lot of other details that are part of the game itself. And so we really would love for you to hear the rest of the music in context. That said, we have our previous 3 tracks from last summer. They're now on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and several other streaming websites for you.
I mean, it sounds like you promoting the podcast.
So nothing yet.
Yeah, go over to NERDZOO on Spotify. That's NERDZOO.
Yes.
Shameless plug. Head on over there. Follow.
Obviously, we're avoiding spoilers. There's a lot of the music is in context of some frankly really awesome storyline that I think a lot of people won't be expecting.
Gotcha. So save those powerful pieces for the powerful moments in campaign.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, even trying to come up with a name for tracks becomes an effort not to spoil.
Guy on the left gets 3 meals a day.
True. I've
gets
seen
his
a few
veggies.
soundtracks that have
8 hours of sleep. Top.
Rise of this person, fall of this person, and you're like, dude, why would you put that in
pizza?
Nobody cares what you eat.
Who even was that person? You never talked about
kind of
that
pizza
person before, so yeah.
I mean, nobody really knows this other than you and me. I mean, Giovanni's, and maybe the people around us, but anyone else watching.
I don't care a place. Whenever I ask you what kind of pizza, it's what kind of pie did you get?
Is there a certain
what do you mean by
version? Is there a certain BR the Halo Infinite version is based off of?
I'd say inspiration behind the BR was the Halo 2 BR. I kind of used that as reference when designing the sound.
Nice.
The actual content was probably derived from multiple gun recordings that we did.
Just like that BR sound.
Because like I mentioned, is he smiling?
Oh my god, he is.
And
he's smiling.
Another thing you recorded in the Foley studio. So a lot of work just going into
that's actually a very wholesome looking smile.
Sure.
Yeah,
looks
like he's legitimately happy.
It looks like mom just brought him cookies or something. He's like, Mom, thank you so much.
Well, I'm sure people appreciate it. We saw
I commend all these people for putting in the hours they put in. It really pays off.
That is awesome, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's good to see people love it.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
All right. Thank you so much for all of your answers today, gentlemen. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to answer these community questions that we got from Twitter. Before we go, do you have any closing words that you'd like to tell our community before they go hands-on this fall?
Yeah, thanks, John. It's such an honor to be able to answer these questions. And part of what makes my job so great is knowing that there's an awesome community out there who's just as passionate as I am about the audio in this game. And so I can't wait to play the game later this year with everybody and
right here,
hear
buddy.
what people think about the audio.
Yeah,
I want the game to sound good. I want to play good.
To speak with you guys.
Like all the time you need.
Pleasure. And I'm just really excited for you guys to get your hands on this in the fall and experience all the hard work that we've been putting into this.
Me too.
And I just,
he looks excited.
Also, just really want to thank my team. I mean, this has been such a huge collaborative
I can see it behind his face. He is really excited.
We have people from all areas of the globe working on this, and
I bet he plays the piano like a mother.
Like
a mother,
people that
like a mom.
Literally, all we want to do
plays
is
it like a mom.
Halo experience possible for you.
Plays
guys.
it very well.
Yeah, just thank you so much. We're here doing this for you, and honestly, I've been waiting for.
Thank you. We appreciate all the work you're putting in, even though we're making jokes. We really, really do. Seriously, take all the time you need. Take a nap.
Big soundtrack release
for real. Take a nap.
Can you sponsor a nap for these guys?
Want it to be out there as much as you.
I will give you $20 if you get this man the nap.
So
this nap is brought to you by NERDZOO.
with the audio team here at the studio. Thank you so much for watching and submitting your questions.
Hope so, because if you cut back, 2 of them might not be there.
If you want to see the latest and greatest Halo news, be sure to follow us at Halo on Twitter, as well as check out HaloWaypoint.com. Until next time,
we'll do RDM.
You guys went super.
Waypoint's still a thing. Waypoint's still a thing.
Waypoint is
really
still definitely a thing.
I mean, it's like it's supersonic. But
wait, what's he saying?
It's such a low
supersonic
energy.
in the Foley room.
He's talking about the
set
Foley
it off right next to you.
Hey guys, thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you liked it, please consider subscribing. Me and Austin want to do more stuff. This is just a little different thing that we got going on for you guys. So I hope you like it, and if you did, please comment, like, and subscribe.